I'm gonna already put the live, so.
Hey!
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, everybody?
Oh no. There it is.
On the right, yeah.
Happy Sunday to everybody. Your boys here at 3/4 guard once again on Sunday at noon-ish. We always getting kind of late.
We're getting close.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
Almost there.
Yeah, we'll be alright. It'll be fine. I am, well, that's Shane right
What
there.
up?
Shane doing his thing. I am the aforementioned Eric. How's everybody doing? Did you guys see the fights last night? You should have. Holy fuck, were they some great fucking fights. UFC 236. Holy shit. Let's get right into it. What in the fuck? My goodness.
All right. There we go. Yeah, so we'll recap this historic event last night. Beautiful performance.
Two fight of the night.
History being made.
Yeah, two fight of the nights. Awarded to both main events. I guess we should start off with the main event for the.
Well, I mean, so
lightweight. Or do you want to go like
early prelims for those?
Oh, we'll go down.
They only like it wasn't. Not
I heard a lot of decisions.
Okay.
Yeah, there were like a lot of decisions going on throughout the whole evening. So
and I mean, all respect to everybody, but I wasn't really super hyped about the rest of the card necessarily because a lot of I feel like a lot of filler fights there. A lot of people, most of them coming off of losses. The fighters coming off of losses.
There were some fighters I wanted to see how they performed and how they did, like Poliana Botello. I wanted to see how she did.
I was interested by Eric Anders
and Eric Anders and what's his name? Oh, Khalil Roundtree. Yeah, right. That was like the. That was the main card, though.
Well, yeah, and that was, I think they called themselves the co-main.
Yeah.
Because the other two were, were mains.
Yeah, right.
But which doesn't make sense. I don't know. But, yeah. So, this is started yesterday, 6 p.m.
I was at a family barbecue, so I wasn't able
Davis
to watch too much of this.
Submitted Randy Costa, Poliana Botello, a decision over Lauren Miller, Montel Jackson, decision over Andrew Suckmouth, Bilal Muhammad.
Suckumtao.
Suck my mouth.
Suckumtao.
Bilal Muhammad, decision over Curtis Millender. Khalid Taha, KOs, Boston Salmon, Max Griffin, Zalim Amadeev. This was interesting. Max Griffin and Zalim Amadeev. So apparently this guy Zalim Amadeev is fucking psycho.
Oh yeah.
And there's been shit going on for a while. But
I heard there was a very gritty fight though. I heard they were very back and forth in the clinch, and the wrestling was really heavy in this fight.
Max
and stuff like that.
Griffin took the win, thankfully, because I feel like this guy's a fucking menace and needs to go away.
Salim Amadov.
Yeah, apparently he's had issues in his camps or in the gyms and stuff like that. During fight week, apparently he tried to attack Max Griffin several times. In the hotel, they find him in the hotel and attack him.
Jesus.
And had to be taken away.
What the fuck?
And during the fight, he was throwing up the middle finger and cursing at him. Post fight, they had to hold him back. He was trying to get at him. I don't know.
Really?
The guy's a fucking psycho.
I gotta see the replays for that. Damn, I didn't know that. I know what's his name. The next fight, Wilson Reis. Lost
KO'd, bro.
Yeah, he got KO'd.
Round one.
That's a big deal.
Title contender.
That's a big deal.
This is
Alexander Pantoja.
Keep the flyweight division live.
Yeah, I'm saying I think I've heard of him before. Pantoja.
Flyweight division.
Pantoja. I think I've heard of him before. Hey man, that's what the flyweight division needs right now.
Yeah, these action
contenders, especially now that Cejudo is trying to capture a bantamweight title.
I look like gray.
Let me see.
Is that right? Hello. Come back to me, camera. Right? I look gray.
You're just pale, dude.
I look fucking gray, bro.
It's just your skin.
I need to get to the I need to go to Beach Bums, bro, and get
That's
orange.
The universe punishing you guys for imperialism for so many years.
What the fuck? All we did was farm potatoes.
Damn.
We didn't fucking do anything.
Regardless,
actually, we got colonized too, or taken over.
All right. Well,
So fuck off.
agree to disagree. Let's look at the. Wait, actually, did you see the Jalen Turner and Matt Frivola fight?
And don't blame the English. You got invaded by Spaniards.
All right, let's settle down. Now we're getting our feelings hurt.
Sorry, is that again?
Yeah. Did you see
Matt
that?
Travola, Alan Turner?
Yeah, how was that?
I caught a little bit of it. I guess nothing really like to write home about.
And yeah, Matt Frivola won by decision. Yeah, like you said, like not crazy exciting fights. Unfortunately, in the prelims, a lot of people coming off losses, so I guess they like were able to fly under the radar.
Although, yeah, when you get into the main card, like there's some fights that are so like I think Aljamain was coming off
was that the first fight? OSP and
yeah.
Nikita. Okay.
Well,
Nikita
Aljamain lost in a decision. I thought he was gonna win actually. He got really upset.
Oh, Dwight Grant. Yeah, he got really pissed off. He has this like interview with Brett Okamoto. I always fuck up how many vowels he has.
Akamoto.
I always fuck up how many vowels he has in his name. But yeah, from ESPN, he was talking about it, and he was just like really pissed off about the judging criteria and this and that. To be fair, Alan Jaboin was on the offensive a lot. He was throwing more strikes. The other guy was countering more. Maybe he was landing more of those counters. But I mean, at the end of the fight, you can tell just by damage alone who was winning. It was kind of one of those fights where you're like, if it goes to decision, like, all right, you could tell who won by, who's got bruises and black eyes. Dwight Grant did not look good coming out of that fight and out of that win. But, yeah, man, Alan Jaboin was real pissed off about that and just wanted to talk to the reps. He wants to talk to the refs, wants to talk to the judges and all that stuff. So
yeah, questionable judging yesterday a little bit. Not necessarily on all like the wins, losses, but the scoring.
Yeah,
that bothered me.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in the
It does happen a lot. I mean, people
main
do
fights for sure.
The scoring. Sometimes people just they score things differently. Some people score for wrestling. Some people score for striking. Some people score for like being evasive. Some people who are too evasive sometimes get points deducted. And but sometimes some people, for whatever reason, Dwight Grant got more points. I'll be fair. I didn't really see the fight. I saw the fights when Alan Jaboin was looking good. But I didn't see Dwight Grant put on too much.
He got a couple shots.
Yeah, did he? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but
yeah, I think Alan Jaboin did enough to win it though.
Alan Jaboin definitely not happy about that decision last night. He was pissed off. He was like saying, "I like to come here to fight. I like to come here to like knock people out and do my thing." And I felt like this guy was backing up too much, and I didn't get a chance to show off my striking. But hats off to Alan Jaboin for always wanting to put on the show. But I guess Dwight Grant getting it done one way or the other. Questionable judging on that part. But real quick, the fight before that, Nikita Krylov got a submission win.
Yeah, he's
Nikita Krylov
unranked.
He was low ranked or not ranked?
He was unranked.
He was unranked, and he got
OSP's dropped though. OSP's like number 12, 13.
I mean, still getting a submission win.
He might get kicked out at this point.
Getting a submission win over OSP is still pretty good though.
Yeah, second round.
He has all those Von Flute wins.
Yeah, it looked like it was a rear naked.
Yeah, he got him in a rear naked choke. Got him to the ground,
wrestled him.
Which is interesting because Alvin St. Preux is really fucking strong on the ground. He's a big dude. He could probably fight at heavyweight if he wanted to. But Nikita Krylov able to get the second round rear naked. Hats off to him. We'll see what happens with him in the future. Oh, I got like a pain in my back.
And we had Khalil Roundtree, Eric Anders. That was really good striking by Khalil Roundtree. Really surprising. He was technical. He didn't like overcommit to anything. I feel like he probably could have ended the fight if he wanted to.
I think he wanted the knockout. I think he wanted like either the walkout knockout or the
KO or something.
Yeah, maybe because he
was chopping on the leg. Fucking Eric Anders' leg was swollen and red and terrible. I feel like if he would have kept kicking his leg, he would have probably taken it out, and Anders wouldn't have been able to walk.
I mean, that's what was going on for like no, in the beginning. I mean, Anders did land a couple of good strikes, but Khalil Roundtree was
tired. Anders got
tired. He got tired, and Roundtree was definitely the one that knew what he was doing in the striking.
It was in the third round.
He went to Thailand.
Anders down like 4 times or something.
He went to Thailand to train. Yeah, he was going for the finish in the third round. He knocked him down. Yeah, like you said, 4 times.
But yeah, it was so weird though because he would knock him down. And I think Roundtree has some kind of wrestling background or something.
He does. Yeah.
And
I think his main background is like wrestling and grappling.
And when he got Anders on the ground, he just kind of like stared at him.
Yeah.
Or like gave him a couple kicks or tried to go for a little punch or something. He just didn't go for it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Disappointing, but
he
still got the win. Still a solid win.
Still got the win. Hats off to Khalil Roundtree for the decision win, and very like not a barn burner, but definitely a good test for him. he was in Thailand trading his like strikes and stuff like that. I guess after Johnny Walker knocked him out in that.
Some reason I always thought it was Roundtree. Roundtree? Round.
Oh, it is Roundtree. I thought it was Roundtree up until right now too.
Roundtree.
3/4 guard learned something new today.
Roundtree.
Every day we learn something more and more. Oh, yeah. That's off to Khalil. Roundtree on that decision win. And then the co-main.
That was a good fight. Did you see the
Israel Adesanya? Holy shit! 5 rounds, 25 minutes of great fucking MMA.
Did you see the
We've been getting a lot of that recently.
Audience after fight.
The audience.
Yeah,
dude.
All the fighters were standing.
Yeah, man. It was a great fucking fight. I mean, it was very...
Especially that last round. The last round was going all out.
It was one of those fights where you saw that both fighters were kind of trying to... Like, you can tell they were figuring the other person out, and they were kind of getting there. Because in the first round, Gastelum was... I think Gastelum surprised Israel with his striking in the first round because he was catching Israel a lot. And he was kind of like, oh shit, Gastelum's fucking... His boxing is on point. People underestimate Kevin Gastelum's boxing. His boxing is really fucking on point. Him and Dustin Poirier's boxing are definitely on point, but we'll talk about that later. Gastelum was definitely pouring it on him in the first round, and people thought that first round could have been a 10-8. I'm pretty sure it wasn't scored as a 10-8, but it could have gone that way. And then I don't know. Up, I guess. Up. Yeah, I don't know if you want to.
But you go ahead. Talk.
Yeah, sure. Oh, you're gonna do that? He has to take a phone call. But yeah, no, Gastelum was this is distracting now, but it's fine. So yeah, Gastelum was definitely taking advantage in like the first round. I was gonna say, yeah, why don't you just text him? Actually, we can text. It's 2019. But after that though, Israel Adesanya definitely made the changes that he had to. Started striking a little bit more, started moving around a lot more, and the second and third round started getting like the better of the striking. What was funny was when it was somebody's round, it was definitely very clear that it was their round. A lot of those rounds, like maybe 3 or 4 out of the 5 rounds that they fought yesterday, could have been 10-8s, just because it was very like dominating on either end. Especially the last round where Adesanya, I think he knocked down Gastelum twice or like 3 times. I don't know how many times he knocked him down with the striking.
I think twice.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Okay, but he knocked him down like 2 times with the striking at the end. But Israel was definitely coming back. Gastelum definitely gassed out. No pun intended. But I don't think he's been the distance in like 5-round fights, has he?
Adesanya?
Gastelum.
Gastelum.
Either one of them actually. Now that I think about it, neither one of them have been.
I don't think Gastelum's been in a 5-round fight.
I don't think Adesanya has either. Now that I think about it, but I mean, if last night was evident of anything, it's that Adesanya definitely had the gas tank. Not to say Kelvin did not, but maybe he outpunched himself a little bit in the earlier rounds. But yeah, man, what a fucking fight though. Definitely a great fucking fight. It definitely didn't feel like an interim title, like an interim championship fight. It definitely felt like a championship 5-rounder, and yeah, man. Robert Whittaker definitely has his hands full when he comes back.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in the last round, though. Adesanya knocked him down twice and had him out. He looked like he was almost out on his feet.
Yeah.
But didn't really go for the kill. I don't know if he thought maybe he didn't want to, like, gas himself out completely, going for the finish. Maybe but, like, the referee was just this close to fucking stopping it. If he would have just, and he didn't even have to put like all his power into the strikes on the ground. If he would have just gotten on him and just tried to like just kind of smother him with shots to the point just to get him to cover up enough.
Yeah, right.
He would have.
I think he could have done that actually. I don't know that I've seen Israel do that too often, but I feel like he definitely could have done some ground and pound. Maybe he was still respecting Gastelum's ground game.
But even that, but also I think the second time that he got knocked him down, there was like a minute left, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And I remember like no, the second time he knocked him down, there was like a couple seconds left, maybe like 20
or something. So he could have just
yeah,
rained down on him as much as possible.
Probably tired. He was probably tired out.
Yeah, but at that point, it's just like just go all out. At that point, like why not?
That's true. But I mean, not that it took anything away from either one of their performances. No,
although I thought
great fight.
It was a 48, 46.
You said 48, 46. That means that 2 of those rounds were given to Adesanya. I think there were definitely 2 10-8 rounds for Adesanya. That means if it was 48-46.
Yeah,
Which is
because it would have
crazy.
been 48-47. I thought it was like 48-47 maybe.
Yeah.
At the I didn't think that. Yeah, I didn't think it was that close. That's why I was kind of weirded out by the judging.
I'm
I
wondering.
didn't think it was that far apart.
I'm wondering how they judged the first round though, because like I said, the first round could have been a 10-8 for Gastelum. That's how much he was like getting him on the striking.
And Adesanya in the he said that after the fourth round, I think because he came back in the fifth round. The fourth round he lost. He said he was like he was thinking like I'm getting my ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Great fight though from both men. Standing ovation from all of the fighters that attended the press conference they had on Friday. I think they had like Amanda Nunes, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Thiago
It was the Ben Askren
Santos,
show,
a whole
I
bunch of
think,
people there. Yes, Henry Cejudo. They had a whole bunch of people there in the front row. They were all standing and applauding for them. Great fucking showing by both of them. Great fight. Yeah, fight of the night. It got a fight of the night bonus, well deserved. And yeah, like we said, it just definitely. I honestly, I thought it had the chances to be a great fight like that, but I thought we were gonna see a finish. To be honest with you, I thought we were gonna see a come behind, not a come behind finish, but just like Israel Adesanya working Kevin Gastelum at the distance, or I actually thought we were gonna see Gastelum two-piece Adesanya like he did Mike Bisping and just knock him out. I don't know, but I didn't think it was gonna go to full 5 rounds. Went to full 5 rounds, and definitely a fight of the year candidate. I would put definitely as a fight of the year candidate, especially since it was a title fight. Definitely give it to that. But hats off, yeah, to Israel Adesanya. Getting the decision win after 5 rounds. Now the interim middleweight champion, bringing a second title to Nigeria and a first title over to New Zealand at the moment. But he'll be fighting Robert Whittaker now. Did they announce that fight yet? I don't think they have.
Which one?
Adesanya and Whittaker. They haven't really figured that out.
I mean,
yet.
obviously that's the fight, but no, they don't. They haven't announced when it's going to be.
That should be
I
a
wouldn't
crazy fight,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's got to be in the Oceania.
yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, definitely has to be
Australia, New
somewhere in
Zealand,
the
or...
Pacific. Definitely.
Have they been to New Zealand? They have, right?
They've been to New Zealand. It'd be crazy if they had their first pay-per-view in New Zealand and they had both of them. That'd be pretty nuts, and I would definitely bring in some fucking buzz. Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, that seems to be the next fight. Adesanya, interim champion, versus the undisputed champ Robert Whittaker. We'll see how that goes. And even at like the post-fight press conference, Adesanya was saying some shit about like, I think because one of the journalists asked him like, "Oh, how do you feel about bringing this title over to Australia?" Adesanya cut him off and he was like, "New Zealand, I'm bringing this title to New Zealand. New Zealand has a champion. Nigeria has a champ also." And then he was talking some shit like, "Yeah, Australia has some, paper champ, whatever the fuck, like, but I'm the real champ. I'm gonna bring this to New Zealand, this and that." So the shit talking has commenced, and not just on his part, but also a certain goat has also been talking some shit on Twitter. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Certain somebody is feeling a little bit disrespected, but yeah, we'll carry on to that. But yeah, once again, hats off to both Gastelum and Adesanya for a great fucking fight. Well deserved.
Gastelum's a warrior, bro.
Absolutely, dude.
He lost, but he's got a chin.
He's definitely one of those dudes. It's like if he keeps at this and if he keeps fighting and he keeps getting himself better, absolutely, yeah, he's still young. He could get a title shot, man. This isn't the end for him, I don't think. If he stays at this and if he just keeps getting better, this is definitely not the end for Kelvin Gastelum. Hats off to both men for possible fight of the year fight of the year performances yesterday, and yeah, congrats to Israel Adesanya on getting a belt.
And then there was one. Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier for the interim lightweight belt. That was a fight as well.
Man,
both fights definitely deserve fight of the night. That was a good call.
It really makes you wonder just what would have happened if Holloway fought at least once or twice at lightweight. Because their games are both entirely. I mean, Poirier definitely went the distance and was able to keep the stamina going. But he
that's
definitely
Holloway's game. Holloway is dragging you into deep water and just putting on volume that you can't until you can't breathe. But he's a smaller guy. You saw Poirier's arms. His guy's thick.
enough, Max Holloway's taller than him,
dude,
too.
but
he's like 6 feet.
He looked much skinnier than Poirier. Much like he did. He still looked like a featherweight kind of in there.
Exactly.
I know
he
can be bigger.
That was the thing.
But,
I think that was the main thing.
I think if he wants to be a lightweight, he needs to commit to being a lightweight. I don't think he can the jump from featherweight to lightweight's not gonna work.
Other than Max Holloway's fucking granite chin and his toughness and how much he likes to fight.
He's really good at blocking punches with his face.
If last night proved anything, it's that, yeah, like, if you're going to move up a weight class, you definitely have to, like, go all in. I think the whole double champ and defending both like, belts at both weight classes will definitely, like, maybe somebody could get it done. Maybe somebody could defend both belts and, like, hold them this and that. Maybe, but I don't think for the long run, I don't think so. Like, if Max Holloway had that power and he was able to go up to lightweight and then, like, transition that power to fight Poirier, maybe last night would have been a different fight. Yeah. But, nah, man. Like, Max Holloway, just like, I mean, hey, no disrespect to Max Holloway. Right now, I'm right there and thinking that he's one of the best featherweights of all time. And I really do think that he can fight with the best of them. But like I said, if anything, if last night proved anything, it's just the fact that when you go up a weight class, even if it's 10 pounds more, you have to make the full transition to that weight class. And it makes you really wonder about now these, like, future fights where, like for what's his name, for Henry Cejudo, when he's going up to fight bantamweight, fighting Marlon Moraes, like, is that really the best decision? And even his Cejudo's fight with Dillashaw, when Dillashaw went down, you know, it makes you wonder, like, how much power did Dillashaw give up to go down to 125? Because if Poirier had to go down to fight Max Holloway at featherweight, he couldn't have been as muscular as he was. Dustin Poirier's already fought 4 or 5 times at lightweight, and he's fought against Gaethje, Pettis, Alvarez. He's been fighting against fucking killers at lightweight, absolutely. So, like, he had to put on that muscle. Imagine if he didn't put on the proper muscle and the proper mass that he needed to be at 155. He would not have been. I don't think he would have been able to beat Gaethje. He wouldn't have been able to take all the shots from Eddie Alvarez. So it's definitely a must where, like, you need that power up there. But even
he's stuck to it. He was like, I'm moving up, and he moved up, and he stayed there.
But even so, I mean, Holloway just,
you can see the power.
Yeah, man, you really do. And even, but I mean, it makes you just wonder how fucking tough Holloway is.
Holloway looked good. He didn't look bad.
He look bad.
He was more. I think he was the more technical fighter.
He was, absolutely.
He was landing. I think he was landing way more shots. That's another problem I had with the judging was, I think they called that one like 49-46 or something.
Yeah,
it was like a giant margin. I'm like, yeah, Poirier definitely did the more damage, but I think over the 5 rounds, Max had way more output.
Their volumes were both, well, maybe that, or they were both very similar. They were both, like, at the same, because I think I remember seeing some stats for, like, rounds 2, 3, and 4.
Actually,
they were a lot closer than they usually were. But I remember, if anything, yeah, Poirier's punches definitely did a lot more damage. When Poirier landed, you saw Holloway's head just fucking jolt back. I feel like when you saw Holloway land the shots on Poirier, Poirier was able to still move forward a bit. So because of that, it just made it seem it's. You could definitely say, look at that. Yeah.
So Holloway, all right, so it was close.
It was very close.
So significant strikes. Holloway had 3 more. Okay.
There you go.
So he had 3 more. He had 1 takedown. Poirier had 1 takedown.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and Holloway's got such good takedown defense. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and you can see, like,
even when he was tired,
he's so good at it. You can tell Poirier is going down. He's trying to grab him by the ankle. Max is controlling the wrist.
That was what I was going to say. Like, you can see, like, even though Poirier had put that muscle and that, like, strength on for the 155-pound division, Holloway was still able to keep himself standing. He wasn't taken down. Like, and he was still. It just makes you wonder just how good Holloway is at 145, or how much better Dustin Poirier has gotten since their first fight. And it also makes you wonder, like, Jesus, if Poirier is at this right now, how good is Khabib, Ferguson, and Conor?
Oh my god, they all had 46, 49.
There you go. That's so weird,
man. It was so much closer than it looked.
Like I'm saying, like, and it makes you.
I feel like if Holloway had a little more power. Because you could see in some of those exchanges,
no, absolutely,
Holloway was hitting like crazy combinations.
He was, yeah,
but like 5 punch combinations.
It was all about Poirier's head.
Poirier was
back. He was taking them. He
was also like, he didn't like it. He was trying to evade him.
If anything, he was
getting backed up.
If anything, I saw Dustin Poirier's forehead a little bit more like red at the end of the first round than I saw Max Holloway's face even a little bit busted up at the end of the first. But they weren't. Yeah, it wasn't like Ortega and Holloway, where Holloway was like just blasting Ortega out of the water. Like Poirier was not outstriking Holloway at all. It was like
Max
give
actually
one
had
and take
more
one,
significant
but like
strikes.
I said, it was definitely
and more total strikes.
The power was definitely the difference.
But you see that, yeah. I feel like this is a big stat here too.
Yeah,
as you see the significant strikes, he only had 3 more, but total strikes he had almost 30 more.
Yeah,
and I think that's because he just wasn't, he wasn't hitting him as with so much power.
No, he was just
so effective.
That's his game. He has that same game that, like, let's say, like a Nate Diaz has, where he just wears you down, pitter patter, like hits you in the same spot. If he had a little
more power, I think he might have been able to finish him.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he has the cardio, so if he puts on some muscle, it's fucking insane. Imagine that
might help too if he had a little more muscle, a little more.
Imagine him at lightweight, bro. That's just crazy. If you imagine him at lightweight, if he actually makes the commitment, let's see what happens next time he goes on to featherweight. Maybe he still wants to reign at featherweight for a bit. He could, but if he wants to make the move up to lightweight, like we said, he needs to put on some muscle. He needs to put on some mass. He needs to get that power in there. And
also, then, class act too.
I would not mind seeing that fight again a third time.
Oh,
I would not mind seeing.
Although, yeah,
even though
now it's
Poirier,
2-0.
But like, even if you were to talk to people about it and be like, yeah, but the first fight was Max Holloway's first fight, and for his credit, Max Holloway was winning the stand-up game in their first fight. He was landing all these crazy.
It ended in the first or second?
In the first, yeah, it did. Yeah. But like Max Holloway was landing all these crazy Taekwondo strikes on Poirier and had Poirier kind of guessing. Poirier was just able to get him on the ground and then tap him out. That was the big thing in the first fight. It was way different fight. Yesterday was just strictly striking. Poirier wasn't able to take down Max, and Max kept egging him on. He's like, "All right, that was a good one. Come on, keep bringing him." Like,
yeah, it was so funny. He was talking shit right here.
They were both talking shit the whole.
But that's his thing. But then at the end of it, it was all respect. You know, they went up to each other, and
that was a great fucking day.
He congratulated Dustin, and he greeted everyone in Dustin's camp, and then at the end, he said he wanted to donate his fight gear to Dustin's cause.
That's awesome.
He's building a playground for disabled children in his hometown, and that's awesome. So both really class act guys, good ambassadors for the sport. We need more of these guys.
Yeah, sure, man. If last night proved anything, also another thing was that the light.
I just want to jump into because, like, I mean, although they are like class act guys, they still have some swag, some fire. They're gonna talk some shit, but the thing is, like, at the end of it, they're and they're not gonna take it outside of the cage. They're not going to.
They're not talking. They're not calling each other's wives
just
towels.
Strong. They're just strong competitors, and they just like a competitor. They're gonna play the game. They're gonna talk a little shit, but it's nothing, disrespectful. It's all love at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's always great to see, definitely. And another thing I was gonna say was, if this proved anything, is that right now the lightweight division. I feel like it's been this way for a while, but the lightweight division is the premier division and weight class in the UFC right now. Like before, how it used to be like light heavyweight, people always wondered who the light heavyweight champion is. That's the fucking man. I mean, yesterday, usually the way they put championship fights, they put them in order by weight classes. So if you're the lighter guy, you're going to be in the co-main. It should have been like the middleweights were at the main event, and then Poirier and Holloway went on first. But I feel like maybe because like Holloway was a champ already, they put him in the main event. But I feel like lightweight was right at where they were last night. They were like the main event. They were the premier fight. Just because, I mean, over the last couple of years, it's gotten the most. Conor, Khabib, Ferguson, like everybody. Right now, like I said, you got Dustin Poirier and you got the undisputed featherweight champion fighting for the interim lightweight belt. And it just makes you wonder just how good everybody else at lightweight is. All those that are ranked above Poirier. And at this point, I don't even know if they're above Poirier. Like, I want to see Poirier fight Ferguson now. I want to see Poirier fight Conor a second time. I want to see how those fights go again. Like I said, yesterday, Poirier has come a long way, dude. This was his 23rd fight. He won an interim title. At this point, I feel like
the dude's a killer. Like, look at, since he's been, he went up to 155. Where's his when did he start 55?
Michael Johnson. He got knocked out by Michael Johnson.
Return light.
Right
so he's actually been back in lightweight for a long time.
He has been. Jesus.
So it's been
that. Absolutely right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was his 11th fight back
at 11th fight at lightweight. Jesus.
Jeez, I didn't even realize it's been that long.
He's won 9 of the. He's won like
since he came back in after his loss to Conor.
Yeah,
In
man.
2015, he was back at lightweight.
You got that no contest with Eddie
shit.
Alvarez because of the legal knee, which
He had to work his way back up to this fucking.
Yeah,
guy.
man. I mean, he got knocked out by Michael Johnson. That's why he lost to
that was
Michael
kind of a
Johnson
crazy.
3 years ago in 2016. That was a crazy
that.
like
That was a
KO out of
crazy
nowhere.
KO.
But I mean, he came out after that and fucking.
Not to take away from Michael Johnson, it was a good performance by him. But
And after that, he Pettis, Gaethje,
yeah, well, Miller. Don't
Alvarez.
forget about Miller.
Fight of the nights for both of them. Miller, fight of the night, dude.
No contest with Eddie Alvarez, Pettis, Gaethje, Alvarez.
That's a who's who of people at lightweight. Those are people you know at
And-
lightweight. You're like, holy shit! If you beat these motherfuckers, you're somewhere on top.
And his last 3 before that were finishes. Submitted Pettis. Although that was the rib injury, that was a weird one.
Yeah,
But he TKOs Justin Gaethje, who's got
he
like a
TKO'd
fucking
Justin Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez.
and Eddie Alvarez.
He is without a doubt. And last night he fucking
And look
beat
at this
Max
shit.
Holloway.
So Jim Miller, fight of the night, and then he had the no contest. Then Pettis, fight of the night. Gaethje, fight of the night. Eddie Alvarez, performance of the night. Max Holloway, fight of the night. He's fucking
Fight of the night, and he won the interim.
putting on a show.
Dustin Poirier is he should officially be the violent weight champion. He is the most violent man in the shit because he's beating. I mean, you could give it to Gaethje, definitely, but Gaethje lost to Alvarez, and then Poirier beat
But also,
Alvarez.
Poirier doesn't need to take as much damage
He
as
doesn't.
a lot of these other guys to
Fights
give
smart.
the damage.
It's crazy. Yeah, he has that way about him.
He'll take shots, but he doesn't need to.
He has great head movement. His boxing is on point.
He's got
and
really
I think
boxing.
people underestimate his boxing. They underestimate his head movement. They underestimate his feints and like how he moves around and stuff like that. He's able to evade all the damage and just
He's got
still
power.
deliver shit. Yeah, man, it's that fucking power, bro. I want to see him fight the top 3. I want to see him fight the 3 kings of the lightweight division, if you will. Conor, the shitty king.
Conor, just shut the fuck up already. I'm
Ferguson.
so tired of this guy. He retires, and then half of
Khabib.
his tweets are about, when I come back, or I'm training, or this. Like, what are you talking about? You just retired.
But before we get into anything further, let's real quick shouts to Poirier for winning last night in the interim UFC lightweight belt. I can't wait to see him go against Khabib.
And Khabib, Khabib tweeted,
Khabib was
see.
saying what you were saying earlier. It was like 46-49. He didn't agree with that. I concur.
Wait, where is this?
Just go to his Twitter.
Okay, here we go. He said, I don't agree with the judges 49-46. I got a draw. Which I don't know about that.
At that
But
point,
it was very close. It was very close.
At that point, if it's that close, I feel like they needed to look at the damage.
But that was definitely
And
40,
Holloway
I would
did
say
lay down
48,
more
47.
damage. I would say 48-47 too. 49-46 is a little bit of a stretch, but at that point, like if you look at the damage.
I think it was more the thing you look at is like the damage versus the output.
But it's
That's
so
where it
funny
kinda
though,
evens
because
out a
then
little
if
bit.
that's the point, why did Alan Jaboyne lose earlier that night? These judges. These judges don't know what they're doing sometimes.
Actually, well, I guess since you mentioned that, I mean, like we can go back and look at that.
It's
Where
up
am
higher. Boom, right
I?
there.
Right there. Well, no, look at that. Significant strikes. Dwight Grant had more.
Huh, interesting. Total
He had
strikes,
more.
39
Total
and
strikes,
123.
strikes.
Guess
I don't
Jaboyne
know
was just
why.
upset.
Oh, he had one takedown
Oh, you got the 1 out of 2. But I mean,
and a pass.
yeah, but whatever.
I don't know. But yeah, he had.
Maybe Alan Jaboyne saw that, just got upset. But it looks like
I
Grant
don't know.
landed
I
more
mean,
shots.
just I guess maybe from looking at it, I thought maybe the strikes that he landed seemed better. I don't know.
They did, because Grant's face was definitely messed up. You could tell, like, Jaboyne definitely landed the harder strikes.
But,
I don't know.
yeah, Khabib says that he got a draw, but my respect to both fighters and Poirier's achievements so far cannot be denied. My congratulations, Dustin. See you in September. Eagle versus Diamond.
Diablo. These emojis are fun.
Khabib
yeah,
finally
man.
learned how to use emojis.
That's crazy, too, because, like, it literally, it's so
And
nuts.
Poirier's only 30.
Yeah,
So
man.
right now he's in his prime for sure. Even though he's got, I don't know fucking how many fights. Like, now he's 25-5-1.
Yeah. Most of those fights are in the UFC. Go down and look at, like, most of these fights. He's been in the UFC.
2011. So it's been 8
nuts.
years. And then he was in the WC for a little bit before that and some other
Yeah.
smaller promotions. And a long time. So he's got 30 fights on his belt. Just won interim championship. Fucking
Like I
ready
said,
to go.
it really makes you, like I said, it really boasts the question of how much, like, weight. Obviously, weight and power have a big effect on the person and how they deal with a fight and when they move up a weight class. Because Max Holloway is no fucking slouch, and it's not like he wasn't landing shots too. Like we said, yesterday was a little bit closer than the judges made it seem, but it was very obvious that the power was on Poirier's side. And I mean, Yeah, I wonder what happens now at featherweight.
You know, it's interesting. I feel like a lot of these lighter weights don't have like high, like world class wrestlers. I mean, you have Cejudo, right? You have Khabib,
world class.
You know, if you want to say like one, because like
Chad
170,
Mendes,
you've got
I
a bunch,
guess.
right? 170, you've got a bunch. You got Colby, you've got Usman, you've got Woodley, you know, and 185, you got some lightweight, heavyweight. You got fucking, you know, you had John Jones and fucking Cormier.
That's true.
And all these guys.
Yeah.
155, you got Khabib. You know, I guess
Ferguson's kind of world class.
Ferguson, but he's not really a wrestler. He's not.
He's NC.
He's got wrestling. I know, but he's not like that's
NCAA
not
though.
like his thing. Like he's not. Like,
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, that's like his go-to, I guess.
and he didn't have like
Not
the
his
highest
go-to, but
pedigree in wrestling or something like a Khabib or like a Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee had, you know, background in wrestling,
Right.
really high
Yeah,
level.
yeah. But it's
But you know,
it's
Kevin Lee
funny
now
too.
up to 170.
But yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's funny because Kevin Lee's were going up to 170 and like
145, I guess you had Edgar. That's
maybe Chad
really
Mendes.
it. Mendes.
But even then, Chad
doesn't
Mendes
really use his wrestling.
But even
too
then,
much.
Chad Mendes and Edgar, like they would usually. Yeah, I was gonna say they usually go with their striking. They don't really go in with their wrestling too much. But
you know,
it is interesting, and it's something
what
that I mean,
else?
for years,
Maybe you had
GSP
Ricardo Lamas too, you know, kind of 135.
a lot of them rely on their striking, though. You
Yeah,
are right.
there's so
Like
much
once
striking.
it
There's
goes
not
from
so
like
much wrestling
lightweight
in
and
these
down,
lighter-
yeah.
yeah.
But and it's so weird that for so many years people always looked at the lighter weight classes as boring and stuff like that. I'm like, motherfucker, did you see that fight last
But
night?
you got Khabib. Khabib, his game plan is to wrestle you. That's really it, and he sticks to it. And
We can see how. Let's
it's
see how
hard
long.
to find that in the rest of the division.
We'll see how long Khabib can make 155. Though I feel like Khabib is a huge 155er. He fucking cuts down from 190.
Well, Ben Askren like hit, and it's funny because he got cut off by Dana, and like he was asking Dana a question. He's like, "What about?" He's like, "I'm 27-0 versus 26-0. I'm gonna ride his back." I'm doing, and Dana's like, "All right, guys, good night."
He really doesn't want to hear about that 165-pound belt.
He
I don't
says as long as
understand why he
he's,
doesn't do that.
he's there, he's not gonna do it.
That 165-pound belt, and then just move 170 up to 175. I don't.
But yeah, so I'm curious to see if Dustin's got, you know, the wrestling chops to deal with.
I think maybe he doesn't.
I think on his
like-
feet, I think he could knock Khabib out.
I think he likes the idea of people being at their proper weight classes and fighting at them. I don't think he likes the idea of people going back and forth between weight classes. Like that's what I think he's mostly. And if you have a gap that's just 10 pounds rather than
You think
15
people are going to
pounds,
go back and forth?
Absolutely. I mean,
If they
wouldn't
not gonna stick to
you
it?
just to see like if let's say they have 165 and they have Kevin Lee at 165. He tries it out and he does his thing. Maybe he wins the title at 165. He's like, I'm feeling pretty good though.
155, I go 165.
You can go to 175, and then I mean, you get more super fights
you
that
can get
way,
more
I
super
guess.
fights, though.
But at the same time, you can get a lot more people. Let's say winning 3 in a row at lightweight, saying like, I think I'm gonna go up to 165, and then going there. I just feel like the whole weight fluctuation is still a big like. You don't really know how to look at it or how to go about it or how to like It's like, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Like you don't really know.
Well, see, but congrats to Dustin. Congrats to Adesanya.
What a great fucking fight last night. Once again, 2 fight of the year. I think 2 fight of the year fucking candidates came out of yesterday. Congrats to both fighters for fight of the night bonuses. Congrats to Poirier on the interim lightweight championship. And
We'll see them.
good luck with the ego, buddy. Good fucking luck with the ego.
So there's and we had some disappointing news this week.
Oh no!
And we kind of chatted about it last time.
Oh no!
And by
2 years.
Snake, we're referring to BJ Dillashaw.
Dillashaw, aka the Snake,
who was
AKA
stripped of his belt.
EPO.
He tested positive for EPO.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! That's
But
not
it's
even
serious.
like.
That's a serious drug. That's what Lance Armstrong and a lot of the Tour de France guys and those guys use.
I think what it does is it makes weight cutting easier, and it also makes you recover faster from your workouts.
What it does is, I think it
helps our recovery time.
It
a lot,
allows. It's something to do with your blood. So I think I don't know if it makes your blood cells bigger or allows for the production of blood quicker, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically allows for so you can breathe. You know, so it's like it helps with your cardio. That's why it's really the Tour de France guys they were using that.
Yeah, recovery.
They can work harder.
It helps you with your recovery a lot more. Yeah.
And it's actually a drug that Ariel Helwani had Chael Sonnen via phone on the I think it's the MMA reporters It's a podcast they do on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And to chat about this. And Chael Sonnen's he's been around he's been around one or two needles. So
he's been around
his deal.
The proverbial.
I think he got popped for EPO.
Been around the proverbial anabolic every now and then.
So he was chatting about this, and then he was kind of talking about that.
I like that he's real about his shit nowadays, and I like that he doesn't hide that. So
he's
it's always good for an analyst to have.
And that's why he kind of respected TJ for not
fighting it.
Yeah, he's not fighting it. He's living up to it. He's just taking the suspension, and that's kind of it. He's not gonna make excuses or not gonna. But I think how can you, right? Anyway, because like Jeff Novitzky said, this is not something that is found in a supplement somewhere. This is something that you can only take through injection.
That's insane.
And
Jesus Christ.
So I don't know. So it's something that helps your blood. I'm gonna just look this up anyway.
We have the internet. Blood.
So hormone. No, I don't think is an injection. I know it's a.
Put EPO anabolic. That's what I did.
For steroid. The carbohydrates. What do you mean carbohydrates? And carbohydrates.
Yeah, like.
Why do I have a common? I think that's. Why are you talking about other ones? Okay.
Yeah.
Is a hormone produced by the kidney, which regulates the body's production of red blood cells. Right. Okay. So I guess with if you have more EPO in your system, the more you can produce red blood cells quicker.
That's what helps you breathe and helps you.
And then the blood cells carry oxygen.
Makes sense.
So
Makes
the
sense.
more oxygen you have, the more
the Tour de France guys did, and
you're gonna be able to
which is
work a lot
pretty
harder,
crazy because of
better cardio.
It's pretty crazy because of TJ Dillashaw's fighting style. He has the same fighting style that Dominic Cruz has, where he doesn't stop moving.
Yeah,
and then
constant moving, a lot of pressure, takes you into deep water.
It makes you look at the way he beat Renan Barão when he just kept starching Renan Barão with that 20-hit combination up against the fucking fence. It really makes you wonder and think about just the look of his body. His recovery time, because like you said, he's able to recover pretty quickly too. You've seen him get punched and then he stands right back up. Every time he's almost gotten TKO'd, it's always been no, I'm fine. What are you talking about? This and that. And I can't help but think that also, the EPO also helps with that. But yeah, dude, this is just all kinds of bad. I mean,
it says right here, provides a significant advantage in delivering oxygen to muscle cells and clearing carbon dioxide back to the lungs. Any athlete whose performance is limited by oxygen carrying capacity, running, cycling, swimming, tennis, triathlon, will experience a great performance advantage using EPO. Just anything where and
it's right there too.
In MMA, cardio is huge.
A
lot of guys defeat themselves just because they can't.
If I were to swing 4 times at you, 4 haymakers, I'd probably be fucking tired. Put it that way.
You're constantly swinging,
constantly swinging
moving,
at a dude for 15 to 25
dodging
minutes.
attacks, block.
That was definitely a huge advantage he had over so many people.
Before we get too crazy though, they did go back because they do have a year's supply of piss that they keep for every fighter, and they went back and they tested his samples from the last 2 fights before that, which were the Cody Garbrandt fights, and they did say they were negative for EPO.
I thought one was positive.
No, they were both negative.
Oh, okay. I thought they
so he only tested positive for this one. I don't know who knows. So maybe it is a weird coincidence because a few people came out and kind of were talking about Cody and I'm not Cody, TJ, and were
all that shit Cody
implying
was
that
about.
He's been doing drugs and that he was showing guys in the fucking camp.
Which is funny too, because it makes you wonder. So who in Team Alpha Male was doing that stuff, and why was he showing them?
Well, they were saying a lot of
shit?
people are going back and
that's why what Cody said was a little cringy, because it's you're kind of throwing yourself and your team under the bus now, buddy.
Because who else?
Why would you do that?
But he didn't have it for those 2 fights. Maybe he wasn't a doper. Maybe for this one fight, he was all right, this is my fucking. This is gonna,
I was gonna cement my legacy.
Put me in the fucking history books. This is gonna be my big fight, and also I have to cut now down to 125, which I haven't done since fucking high school or something.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm sure that might help too, because the way you lose a lot of this weight is by cardio.
Cardio, running,
getting down that weight,
absolutely.
sauna, stuff like
and
that.
Even so, just it always helps out with like your training because, like I said, the recovery time on it is so much better. So he'll wake up the next day probably like less sore,
He'll be less strained, maybe.
Less strained, absolutely.
But he still gets fucking taken out. And I mean, although I think that was a quick stoppage. Who knows how it went? But does it fucking matter now? Because his ass got popped for steroids in that fight anyway. So fuck him.
He's the only guy to lose 2 belts out of 1 fight. Crazy much. The first UFC fighter to lose 2 belts because of 1 fight. That's nuts. Here's also another thing too, which really struck me as weird. I think Jeff Nowitzki or Okamoto said this, and I put it up on our Instagram actually. That apparently USADA doesn't always test for EPO.
No, it's very expensive.
Specific kind of test. And
it's very expensive.
Which makes, I mean, well then what the fuck are you guys doing? I mean, why? I get it that it's expensive, but then there's particular tests that only can capture, why would...
I mean, it's rare. It's a rare drug. They say it's very rare, especially because it's very hard to get a hold of. It is, and this is coming from Chael Sonnen, who's got a lot of experience with it. It's very rare. It's expensive. It is given... it is prescribed. Some doctors do prescribe that for patients who have problems, I guess, with
some
producing blood.
Some doctors prescribe TRT also.
No, but there is actually people abuse and they trick the system and stuff. But there are legitimate use cases for these. But yeah, so it is hard to get by. It's heavily regulated because it is a drug that's prescribed. This isn't something that someone can go and make in their basement or something like that.
Jesus.
You have to. He has to get a prescription. So or get it through somebody who does have a prescription and buy it from them or something,
Right.
So I don't know how he got it, but he got it. But you need blood tests. You need a team around you to fucking take care of this stuff. It isn't something that you go and
you can get a stroke.
You raid through your grandma's medicine cabinet.
You get a stroke if you inject too much of that shit.
I mean, there's lots of side effects that can happen to a lot of these steroids.
Stroke out from that shit because it's like it
and they say
fucking
right
gets
here
you
the
going,
catch
dude.
is,
it's an anabolic. Anabolics still fucking give you that bit of roid rage, if you will.
Yeah, there's a risk of heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism.
Jesus.
And that could be fatal. So it's insane, just when you're doing EPO or blood doping, you can take a risk of that, especially if the more you do.
It's unfortunate too because it totally tarnishes his legacy.
It definitely put an asterisk. I mean, they went back and they did. He was negative for those other fights.
2 years.
But there's a debate now going on, and it's
not going to fight.
Do you go back? Do you go back now and look at his past fights? Do you go back and test past samples? And if he tests positive for those, do you wipe those from the record? Are those now no contests, or do you say that erase everything he's done and now say he shouldn't have been the champ anymore? You look back at
it's unfortunate
I think the Russian team from the Olympics.
Yeah,
they went back and they did some past samples and they found that they had posted popped for a couple of drugs, and now they stripped them of their medals and their past medals. So can you go back and strip TJ of his belts?
That'd be crazy because that would probably be the first time they've ever done that in UFC, especially strip somebody of their title and their shit before. They haven't done it before, have they?
No, gone back? No, they can't. It's basically that you can't strip him of the actual title because he doesn't have it anymore, right? But can you go back and take his past achievements, basically?
Yeah, basically.
Say you were never champion.
Basically, that's crazy. I don't think that they'll go that far, but it does make you question, well, then how long has he been doing this shit? And just the fact that, like you said, like we were saying earlier, Cody Garbrandt was talking about how he was showing people at Team Alpha Male how to do it. So it's like, all right, maybe he didn't do it for the Cody Garbrandt fight, or maybe he was clean for the Cody Garbrandt fight, but what's to say he wasn't for Barrow's fights? What's to say he wasn't even for Dominic Cruz's fights? They can't even go back that far.
They said that they don't have, due to money constraints or something, they can't go back further than 2 years, I think.
That's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but
it sucks.
I mean, listen, you fucking take a needle in the ass. This is what happens, bro.
Essentially, it's
take that risk.
In the ass.
Take it in the ass. That's what happens.
Damn. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, we'll see him maybe in January 2021. Maybe then he will redeem himself. Maybe he won't. We'll see how that goes. But
Still a great fighter.
Get off the snake juice.
Who knows?
Man.
But,
well,
I mean,
we'll see. Now.
It raises a lot of questions.
It does raise a lot of questions, which it's unfortunate. But here's the thing too, and
he was there. He was going. He was He was on the first ESPN. They liked him a lot. They're giving him a lot of push. And he was talking a lot of shit. The UFC is paying me a shit ton to kill the flyweight division.
He was talking mad
shit. This, and that. He was one of the pound for pound best. People are gonna put him as possibly the best bantamweight of all time. Up there with Dominic.
Had he defended the title a lot more, that definitely would have happened. But I mean, now it's.
He defeated Cody twice.
Well, we know who the best we know who the best bantamweight champion is now, don't we? We don't have a question about it, do we?
Oh, now Dominic's now he's salivating. He's like, I gotta get back in there, man.
Yeah, dude.
And now there's there's no champ. So now you got Cejudo versus Moraes. You got Aljamain Sterling versus Munoz coming up. Shout out to Aljo. One of Long Island's finest. And then so that's basically a number one contendership for whoever wins Moraes Cejudo.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like open from there.
Basically.
You're just got to get back. You got to get back in this, bro. This is your chance.
He won't be back until I think the end of the year, though. Unfortunately,
it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as the fucking.
But his shoulder's still fucked up. He essentially tore an ACL, I think, in his shoulder. And as soon as he did it, he was like, "I know what this is." He's like, "I tore my ACL in my shoulder."
I thought the ACL was only in your ACL.
No,
I thought it was just something else, like a tendon or something.
I think he called it an ACL.
I think your ACL, there's in your leg.
Well, the equivalent to whatever that is in his shoulder. He was saying that it felt just like that, so he knew.
Oh, he tore his ACLs in his one in each leg before. So
both of the legs. Yeah. Jesus, dude. Crazy. Yeah, man.
So
unfortunate, but sorry. So, the old snake juice fucked it up for him, and now you just look like a
fucking piece of shit.
Fucking fuck you.
Fuck you,
so
TJ.
Upset. Really upset
fucking
about it.
Motherfucker.
This is the fan part. Fuck you, man. You're ruining the goddamn division.
But let's check this out.
Making Cejudo look good.
I think. We had one FC. Sorry.
Roots.
One championship.
One championship. Yeah, we don't like one FC anymore. One championship.
Had an event. Well, they still have OneFC.com. That's still their fucking thing.
All right,
they can change that.
All right, moving on.
One championship had a card. Little quiet, but we had 2 belts on the line.
Yeah, 2 belts on the line. We can just talk about the mains, I guess.
We'll jump into that.
Yosuke Saruta.
He lost his strawweight strap to Joshua Pacquiao
in the 4th round. Technically, it was a KO. It was actually very
nasty.
Joshua Pacquiao, the Passion, I think is his nickname. But that was a nasty kick. It was essentially kind of like
for the kick.
How Marlon Moraes knocked out Aljamain Sterling. He went for I think he was going for a knee, a low knee.
No, I looked for he was going for a head kick.
Yeah,
and then Cejudo came kind of ducked forward into and got hit by the knee.
Got hit by the knee on the side of the head. Yeah, and just totally keeled over. That was really
disgusting.
Bad. That was a really bad KO. But yeah, that was it was a highlight reel knockout by Joshua Pacquiao.
Shout out to the Passion.
The Passion, yeah, winning in the 4th round. I think that was a KO. That was no TKO. That was a KO. That was a walk-off KO.
Well, they say TKO/KO/.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's one or the other.
Definitely a walkout KO from Joshua Pacquiao. If you can watch the replays, if you're able to, if you have the one.
The little guys in one got some power. I mean, they might be juiced up. I don't fucking know.
I was actually gonna check out to see because they run the replays on TNT on TBS.
Yeah, so check that out.
I don't know if they have them on demand, but if they do, try to check those out, or even actually go to One Championship's YouTube page. You can catch the highlights from the main events, both highlight reel knockouts. So I would suggest catching those. But yeah, shouts out to Joshua Pacquiao, the new strawweight world champion at One Championship, at round 4. Highlight reel knockout.
Yeah.
We need to start checking out so much more of that shit.
And then the next fight, you had the former lightweight, current featherweight, former double champ,
former double champ.
Martin Wynn.
Almost was a triple champ, but lost to Bibio Fernandez. But that was a year ago, and that was a whole bunch of crap happening in between that. He never lost a lightweight belt. He just had to relinquish it because he hadn't defended it for a year. And then he got injured for the fight he was going to take. He was supposed to go against, I think, Edward Fuyong, the guy who was recently the champion. But then instead they went with him and I think Edward Fuyong, and then he fought someone else. I forget who he fought for the lightweight strap. Edward Fuyong won that, and then Edward lost to I was gonna call him Steve Aoki again. Shinya Aoki, and Shinya Aoki became the new lightweight champion a couple weeks ago. So there's definitely going to be a
maybe Nguyen will go back up and try again.
He definitely will do that. But Martin Nguyen, I'm still going to call him the champ because he never lost he never lost the lightweight belt, so he's still the champ in my eyes.
Man, defending I feel like that was also looked like a KO. I think that one was a KO. That was for sure a KO. That was versus not going to work here anymore. That's for sure. What was that from?
From Office Space. Yeah. That's great. Jadamba.
Jamba Juice.
We'll call him Jadamba. Jadamba.
He looks mean. He looks like a mean dude.
Looks like a mean dude. Yeah, he's a big fucking guy also. We're watching him.
Man, he's got the fucking, what's it, Genghis Khan jeans.
Yeah, dude. He was able to fucking, Martin Nguyen was keeping a stand-up, I think he got him with like a low calf kick.
Well, first he fucked up his knee because you saw he was kind of limping on one leg, and then he caught him with a calf kick, and that would hurt. I've never seen someone get kicked in the calf and it like do that much damage. Because at that point, he couldn't walk, he couldn't be on the knee, and then he got kicked in the calf and didn't want to stand on that foot,
which is why he went down.
And then he just kept his knee up and turned to the side.
Martin Nguyen came in, bam, fucking flying knee straight to the face, highlight reel KO. For the featherweight champ, for the situation, I believe the situation. I believe he calls himself that.
Really?
Martin Nguyen.
Okay.
Is it the situation? He's got a nickname.
Vietnamese sure?
No, that's something he finds it. It's very funny. I think it was real funny. Hold on. And is it this? Gotta see. He has a nickname.
I don't think Mike's gonna like that. I don't think Mike Sorrentino's gonna like that, bro.
Who the fuck is that?
The situation from Jersey Shore?
The situation. Martin Nguyen.
Oh, shit.
But no, shouts out to him. Once again, another highlight reel KO finish in a fucking one championship main event. Yeah, he came back and I think he's been out for like maybe a year or something like that. But he's been up and down a little bit. Not to say that he's been losing, but just, he usually puts on pretty great performances. And on Friday night, no different. It looked like, and it was crazy because he looked like he set up that kick, like you said, because he was working on the knee, and he got him with the calf kick.
He saw that opening.
He saw that opening, and he just went for that flying knee, which really shows you like how great his fucking striking is. Gets me excited to see him fight once again. I mean, he's the featherweight champ, but at one championship featherweight is 155, so they're fighting over at 155. So technically, he's like their lightweight champion, and definitely very impressive. If you don't catch one championship ever, I suggest you do so. You can download their app. It's free on the iTunes store. Or what's the other thing? Google Play?
Google Play?
Yeah, or the market. What's Google's marketplace again called?
Google Play.
Is that their marketplace?
Google Play Store.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Like App Store, the Google Play Store.
I don't have a Droid or Google's, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
He doesn't know how to Google.
Try to download One Championship's app, because then you can see all of their fights live and when they happen. A lot of their fights happen at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and that's a little rough. But like I said, most of the time they play the replays, at least for the main cards. They have the main cards replay on TNT or TBS later on that night around midnight. So, like I said, I'm not sure if they have on demand yet, but you can check to see TBS and TNT's on demand and catch the replays, because highlight reel finishes from both Martin Nguyen and Joshua Pasio. Joshua Pasio, new strawweight champ, and Martin Nguyen retaining his belt. So shouts out to those guys, and shouts out to One Championship. Still doing their goddamn thing and still bringing in the good cards. So hats off to that. Order Roots of Honor. Check it out if you want to.
Some more, I guess we're jumping back and forth. Some more really disappointing stuff in the news. So this came out a couple days ago. And I mean, this was actually in the news, I think, last year. It started. BJ was issued this restraining order. He's having some issues with his estranged wife or mother's children. And it came up again recently because some allegation or some more details came out. The restraining order was extended, and basically she came out and said that she alleges that for years he was physically and sexually abusing her, that she fears for the safety of her children, and what do you call it?
That was his recent wife? This is his recent wife, correct?
I'm not sure. Ayua? She's the mother of 2 children, I think.
So I think she's their most recent.
Their two children, yeah. She said that she verbally abused and menaced her in front of their two children, threatened to kill her family, and sexually abused her.
Wow. God damn it.
So this is really, a really fucked up story. And initially, BJ, his team didn't say anything, but they came out recently. They said that BJ is in a highly contested child custody case involving his two young daughters. The Order of Protection has made serious allegations against BJ. The allegations are so misleading, hurtful, and false that any further comment by BJ or about BJ would cause more damage to the well-being of his children and potentially further inflame the pending custody proceedings. BJ and his family ask that you respect the privacy and very difficulty of that. Obviously, we're not because we're talking about it. Fuck us, right?
I just hope.
But we just wanted to talk about it quickly.
Hope
it's a very
true.
serious situation. This is like a.
Hope it's not true. He's a Hall of Famer.
A thing that we see a lot, and I think not a lot, but in some combat sports and high, a lot of NFL, things like that, a lot of domestic abuse.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
And what's kind of weird is you feel like in some situations, this was like a guy who was 1-0 in the UFC or something. They'd probably get rid of him.
Yeah,
instantly. I mean, he was retired, UFC Hall of Famer, but still, he's always scheduled to fight Clay Guida in May.
Unless he used to be a professional football player.
Yeah, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah,
apparently.
Sure. They have high tolerance for that in the NFL. But yeah, really fucked up situations.
Somebody, Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
I got you.
Okay, just making sure he understood what I was saying. No, you're a jerk, like Greg Hardy.
Yeah, really, really fucked up situation. Really sad to see. BJ's one of them. I think almost on everyone's top, favorite lists. And
he is my favorite.
Although I feel like he should have retired a long time, or say retired.
No, yeah, but, he's definitely I feel like he's definitely the reason why I started watching MMA a lot more.
He was the pioneer in that.
Yeah,
in the
lightweight division. Yeah, dude, he made the lightweight division so exciting. Like when he was
one of those guys.
People up.
You had that just stayed. Where you had, I feel like Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner, right, who kind of just brought MMA into the mainstream with
light heavyweight. But they're in the light heavyweight. So it's always the bigger guys people looked at.
You had
Randy Couture, maybe.
Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell, Tito.
Yeah.
You had a BJ.
I mean, you had Matt Hughes, but at that point, Matt Hughes had crazy GSP, competition, and he was just fucking people up at welterweight.
And you had Conor, Ronda Rousey. These are like people that kind of brought a lot of eyes.
Yeah, and BJ Penn was one of them, and it's unfortunate if this stuff is true. I mean, hopefully his ex is lying, because you don't want that kind of friction.
No, it's just hard to believe. You don't want to believe it. You don't want
exactly.
It to be sure, but
it's always crazy when it comes to these things, because then it's like you have people who, I mean, yeah, it's difficult to talk about, especially because it's like somebody who, let's say, you admire, or like I said, somebody who got you into the sport. But then, I mean, it all falls upon the whole separating the person from what they do, from their art, or let's say what put them in the limelight and stuff like that. I mean, it's been going on a lot lately with so many fucking famous people coming out with this. Oh, he did this to me, or she did that to me, or 10 years ago this guy put it in my butt, and it's just, it sucks that there are shitty people that have done this, but then at the same time, it's all right, then we have to really take a look back at everybody, and any time that they've done anything to ruin, let's say, their virtues and their morale, whether it be sexual abuse or whether it be anything like that. And then I guess, I mean, if you want to judge him, if you want to judge that, then you got to judge everybody. If that's the case, then people got to stop listening to Aerosmith. Why? Because Steven Tyler once basically not stole, but got parental custody of a 14-year-old chick so she could be his groupie. Yeah.
They really?
Yeah. He got parental custody from the parents.
What the
this
fuck?
14-year-old chick. He fucked around with her for 3 years on tour and stuff like that, and then he got her pregnant, made her abort it, and then gave her back to her parents when she was 17.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the thing not a lot of people know about Steven Tyler. Woody Allen married his stepdaughter.
Son Young. Yeah.
Very weird.
So young.
Elvis Presley wanted to get married to a 14-year-old chick too, 15-year-old chick, something like that, when he was real young. Yeah, man. There's a lot of skeletons in a lot of people's closets, and I feel like people will see what's going on now and what the new allegation is, and they'll hop on that person and call them a monster or call them something like that. But it's just all right, it's true. Let them first of all, let them settle it out, and let's see if this is all true.
Yeah, I mean,
because it could be speculation.
Hopefully everything works out.
Yeah, it could be speculation. his wife could be lying. I'm not saying she is. I'm not saying
these
that
are
all
he
women
said-
do.
he
But
said,
there
she
are,
said, you never know.
yeah, exactly. There are a lot of people who lie about these kinds of things because it's just, I mean, to get the higher hand on the other person.
I
It
mean,
just kind of
it's also
sucks to
really
see all this stuff
unfortunate.
get played out in like public too. But yeah, what you saying? It's unfortunate.
It's really unfortunate that you know, I mean, also BJ does have a little bit of a history. He's, you know, violence outside of the octagon.
Yeah, does he? Yeah, he does.
He's gotten a couple of things. His brother did too.
Yeah.
But, you know, she was also saying something that he was a drug addict and that he would use his camps to, like, detox or kind of, like, fight his drug.
Unfortunately, I feel like I can kind of believe that just because, I mean, he never took his training camps too seriously. He was always he always relied on his natural abilities to fight, and that's what always got him, like, to the dance, essentially, but I mean, he never toppled some people. I mean, that kind of makes sense. It's just, it's like I said, it's unfortunate because at the moment it sucks, and then it just, once you attack the person's, like not attack, but once you see like a person in their private life, how they could be different towards like their families and this and that, it's just unfortunate. Like I said, it puts an asterisk on shit. But can we all judge? I'm not saying that everybody, like, you know, oh, like everybody beats their, like, you know, significant other or this and that, but I don't know. Maybe because he's like my favorite, honestly, he's my favorite MMA fighter of all time because he got me into the sport a lot. Maybe that's why I'm being a little bit like, but let's wait until all the news comes out. Yeah, all right, but you know, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you just want to get all the facts before you make any kind of.
I'm sure all the Bill Cosby fans and all the R. Kelly fans out there are feeling the same way whenever they heard certain allegations about such and such, but.
Hopefully it all works out. Hopefully, you know,
more so for his family too, like his two daughters and shit like that.
You know,
hopefully everything works out okay.
Go through this kind of shit, you know.
That's what's most important: family and kids, making sure the kids are all right. And yeah.
Please excuse the terrible pun in the title. I just, yeah, I don't know.
Edited pen.
But yeah, let's jump into something a little more entertaining.
All the best to BJ Penn and his family, though. Hopefully everything works out. Hopefully everybody, you know. Hopefully BJ Penn isn't a jerk. Let's move on. Something less sad.
We're going to talk about
unhandled, rejected type error. Oh no!
Oh my god!
So we were working.
What the hell is that?
So we were working on this graphic earlier. Oh no! Now we're in the small screen.
God, yeah, it's fine. But why did that Tuesday? God damn it, man!
It's all good.
Really, man?
It's all right.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, right?
What are we gonna do?
Oh shit!
Are we starting it up again? Oh no! Did you just take everything out?
Oh, you did. We're gonna talk to us for now. Yeah, we're just gonna talk here while I do this so that it's not super sketchy looking.
So we have this graphic that's supposed to pull up the recorder guard and then pull back, and then you're supposed to see the Twitter fingers, but not just a purple screen. But oh, there it is again. There's an error screen that we're pointing out right now.
What the fuck, dude? Man, technology is a piece of shit, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Technology is what's making us have this podcast, but sure, yeah, I guess it sucks sometimes.
All right. Well, give us a second here. Eric's gonna entertain you and talk to you while I figure this out.
Damn.
Yeah, it's on you, bro.
Wait, is the camera on me? Like they see me?
Yeah, it is on you.
Is it just purple? And I have the small.
No, it's your face.
Real quick, before I let everyone, since we're taking a moment right here, let me let everyone know once again we are on all of these streaming channels now. 3/4 guard. Fill it out. 3/4 space guard. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Google Play. Be sure to check us out. If you're not checking us out live right now, check us out during the week. We don't edit any of our podcasts. We probably should, just so they sound better, but we don't. You know, why not? We like it raw, more ways than one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, check us out during the week. If you don't listen to us now, it's been brought to our attention that not a lot of people listen to podcasts on YouTube on Sundays at noon. So if you guys are ever on the train or ever on your way to work, or you just want to hear two guys talk shit about MMA and what just happened in the past week of MMA, check us out. iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play, whatever you got. Give us your listens. Judge us. Let us know what you think of our voices. Let us know what you think about what we're talking about, our topics. Maybe we could talk more about One Championship. Maybe we could talk more about Bellator. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We kind of just play it by ear whenever we do these episodes. So give us your input. Let us know how we can be more professional. And this will be us not paying attention to it and continuing doing the things that we're doing.
You know what I think it is?
What happened?
I think one of the tweets might have been deleted.
Is that what happens? That's always been funny to me when people delete their tweets. It's like people always copy your tweets and then they put them back out there. So I don't understand why. Is it all of them?
No, I just don't know which one. It is. Alright, so yeah, just keep going.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm doing that. Are you sure people can see me? Oh yeah, I see myself right there. My nose gets really itchy when I'm doing this podcast thing. Very odd thing. Certain things. But yeah, once again, we're on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. Check us out if you'd like to, anytime during the week. Tell your friends. And also check us out on Instagram, 3/4 Guard. We like to post news. We like to post funny stuff. We just post random stuff. We're kind of having more fun with it now than we usually did. Actually, there was a really cool graphic you had up the other day about an upcoming fight with Aljamain Sterling and Pedro Munoz. Was that like just some random graphic you found, or did you actually make that graphic?
I made the graphic.
Oh, you made the graphic. Oh, you did make the graphic. Can you show me how you do that?
No.
Come on. He does. He handles all the computer technical aspects of things. I handle most of like the production shit. So whenever something like this is going on, I'm just kind of standing here like waiting for him to do shit because he won't show me anything. Just because he knows how to code and because he used to be a hacker. Oh, you're so
hack.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
He can't say he was a hacker. Then the community will kill him or something like that. Yeah, man. Last time was really cool too because, like I said, we had what's happening?
He didn't delete all of them, did he?
What happened? Did he delete his?
Well, this one's deleted.
Did he delete his?
No.
John Jones what? Deleted his Twitter or just deleted all of them?
Oh shit! He deleted all his tweets. Well, he deleted all those ones.
That doesn't strike me as odd.
Wait.
So for Twitter fingers right now, we essentially have.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Oh, they're right there, aren't they?
Well, no, they're not here.
Yeah, you deleted all of them, then, bro.
Well, fuck you, John Jones. What the fuck?
I don't know why you're surprised.
You know what's so funny? He knew we were gonna do this, and he watched it, and then. No, actually, I guess he couldn't have known.
He does that a lot. He deletes a lot of his tweets.
Yeah, but it's crazy is he fucking deletes it. No, because you know what's crazy is literally a fucking hour ago. They were all there.
I saw. I remember. Yeah.
So he fucking ruined. He fucked us, John, again. Fuck you, John Jones.
So yeah, John Jones blocked us. For those of you who don't know, John Jones blocked us on Instagram like maybe 2 weeks ago. We put a lot of funny stuff about people, whatever, this and that. We posted a photo of him and Cody Garbrandt when they were in college. I guess he didn't like that we tagged him in that. So afterwards, I think I was making some random post about him being the GOAT or just something, and he blocked us. We couldn't tag him in anything. I tried to check a look at his Instagram and it wasn't there. So yeah, that was really funny. Right now, we had a bunch of his he tweeted a whole lot about fighting Adesanya and about Adesanya, knowing his place and like not talking that shit to the line, which I kind of agreed with. To be fair, I did agree with him saying that there are levels to the shit, and John Jones' level is up there. But yeah, we had all of those tweets put on this. I don't even know what do you call that? Kind of like a particular engine we made so that we could display them to you.
Part of our Twitter finger segment.
Yeah, part of our Twitter finger segment, and I guess within the past hour he deleted all of them. They're still available on MMA Junkie, MMA Fighting.
No, but they're like the they kind of have like a backup.
Yeah,
they have you just the text.
Yeah, it shows you just the text, but the actual tweets have been deleted in like the past hour, which I think is special. Funny. What? But I don't understand why they delete them. Like I'm on social media, but I don't get certain things about social media. Like, why do dudes like all these Instagram hoes like photos all the time? Like, they like a lot of them, but I don't understand why. And then they follow them, and I don't know why they do that. Like, you could just get on the Explorer page and look at them there and not like them there. Or like people try to get into people's DMs. I don't understand the whole DM situation. I don't get that. People like, well, according to a friend of mine, you go on Instagram, you see a hot girl, you follow them, or you give them like 6 or 7 likes, and then you try to slide into their DMs by like messaging them or something like that. I guess by giving somebody a couple of likes, it makes them want to talk to you on social media. Is that how it works now? And maybe they think they can lay said Instagram hoe that they gave these likes to. Once again, I don't know how it works, but just like there's certain things about social media that's just really weird to me. Like tweeting. Like some people tweet and then they delete the tweet after like 3 or 4 hours because they want to take back what they did. And it's like, it's out there. It's out there in the world. And I'm pretty sure somebody's seen it by now. So, especially if you're someone like John Jones. Like, does he really think that his tweets aren't copied and pasted 5 minutes after he posts them and put on like MMA Junkie or something like that? I don't know. It's always funny to me when they do that kind of stuff. Like, it's not going to delete it from ever happening. So, I don't know. Just odd. But yeah, it seems like John Jones has screwed us once again, and we can't do Twitter fingers this week. Or we can, but it's just going to, you know, I'm just going to have to talk to you for a lot longer while he puts them up
you don't
in
want
5
that.
minutes. Huh? Yeah,
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, you don't want that. You can see I'm running out of things to say right now. I'm just kind of paying attention to random stuff around me. Let me look up some stuff. Maybe there's some stuff we forgot. Oh yeah, yes, last night,
Well,
Kamaru Usman had a little photo shoot with Israel Adesanya. 2 first African-born champions ever in the UFC. Black excellence. That's what's up. I'm all about that. Minorities. Building up minorities. Let me see.
I mean, we can just go into their.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Our final topic of the evening.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, no Twitter fingers this week, guys. But yeah, most of it was John Jones being upset about everyone, I guess, comparing Adesanya to him, and I think Adesanya must have said something at some point.
And we're back.
And we're back. But yeah, that was about it.
Hey guys.
Let's
so
preview.
we're gonna preview next week's card.
UFC Fight Night, St. Petersburg. UFC Fight Night from Russia. UFC Fight Night 149. UFC on ESPN Plus 8 or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of names nowadays. The Ocho. Yeah. ESP has they have a whole bunch of names now for their shit. Oh no, it's on ESPN 2. What? Is it on ESPN 2? Oh yeah, it's on ESPN 2.
ESPN 2, interesting.
I don't think it's been on ESPN 2, has it?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
Oh, maybe because that's the prelims.
That's a that makes sense,
ESPN
yeah.
Plus is the main card.
Stupid.
Okay. But yeah, let's see. What we got on the this is gonna be in St. Petersburg, Russia. Obviously, gonna have a lot of Russians on the card.
Well, yeah.
You know, I gotta say, not familiar with a name on the prelims. Except Marcin Tybura, I guess. Yeah, I've seen him.
Keita Nakamura, I've seen him before. Okay. He's pretty good. I think he recently has been losing though. Magomed Mustafaev. Mustafaev.
That starts at that's gonna be 10 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Since it's our local time.
Since it's in St. Petersburg, next week was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. The start time for the prelims will be at 10 a.m. So keep that in mind. What time is the main card on? And the prelims are going to be on ESPN 2, so also keep that in mind. Prelims on ESPN 2 at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Keep that in mind. And the main card will be on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus at 1 p.m. The main card starts. Yeah,
I want to see this fight. I want to see Roxanne versus Antonina Shevchenko.
I want to see one of the Shevchenko sisters, Antonina, is going to be fighting Roxanne Modafferi, a veteran in women's MMA. Shouts out to Roxanne Modafferi. Wonder what kind of cosplay she's going to be doing at the weigh-ins. I always like that stuff.
I don't think she's allowed to anymore.
She always like a wig on, like the Super Saiyan wig sometimes.
No, you're not allowed to. Only at an Invicta, yeah, but you can't do it in the UFC.
Didn't she do it with like photo shoots and shit like that?
Yeah, I don't think Reebok allows you to at the weigh-ins to do that.
Well, that's stupid. Reebok. Well, anyway. Definitely interested in seeing that. Antonina, obviously Valentina Shevchenko's sister. I think this is her second fight, or third fight in the UFC. Going against the vet in Roxanne Modafferi. Should be a very interesting fight between both of them. And always interesting, I mean, it's always interesting to see what happens with two siblings are in the same weight class. Antonina is also a flyweight, and she's going for that that belt. I mean, I wonder what happens there.
Sister action, little sister on sister. Fighting each other.
Very weird.
I had to specify.
It's very weird that you were taking that route, sir.
Is that not correct? Is that technically correct?
You're a pervert.
Shut up.
You're a deviant.
We'd watch it anyway. And then what else we got?
Light heavyweight Ivan
Sergey Pavlovich. Have I ever heard his name before? Islam Makhachev. That's a lightweight. Yeah.
Marcelo Golm at heavyweight. Yeah, I'll be honest. There are not a lot of names that I'm aware of.
No, on the ESPN on the Fight Night card overseas, you're not gonna have the.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we have seen in the. Yeah, I guess not like the Prague card. I didn't know too many people either, but
then you got Overeem versus Olenek.
Overeem versus Olenek. I think Alexander Volkanovski.
Volkanovski is the 145er.
Volkov. Yeah. I think he was originally supposed to go against Alistair Overeem, and he got injured a week ago.
Oh, something. Maybe.
Yeah, so Alexei Olenek is actually a last-minute replacement. Not a last minute, but like I think on 10 or 14 days' notice, took the fight. So yeah, it's Alexei Olenek.
Good for him though. He's been getting some wins.
I think he lost his last fight. Excuse me, I just burped right into the microphone, even though I tried not to.
Bro.
I did one of these. But then I like tubed it into the microphone. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Pardon for that. Oh, that was canceled. Damn.
Face. No, he's won back to back.
One against Mark Hunt, then one against Junior Albini.
Yeah, he lost to Chris Blades last year.
Okay. Yeah.
He won 2, beat Travis Brown, then lost to Chris Blades, then he racked up 2. And, he was gonna fight Walt Harris, but that had to be canceled.
That was canceled at in May. Oh yeah, because
Fight Night was 50. That was.
I see.
Oh, he's getting pulled up one.
I guess they need to get an opponent for Walt Harris, unless they moved Walt Harris to something. I think they might have. Didn't they move Walt Harris to something recently?
But yeah, Volkov's out, and
yeah, Alexander Volkov is out. Big tall guy. I'm sure we all know him. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Stricter.
We'll see what happens
old
with
man.
this. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Man, bro. He's an old man. Look at this guy. Wow.
Yeah.
41.
Yeah, he's 41. Goodness. I mean, at heavyweight, it is a little different, though. At heavyweight,
he could be at his prime right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. In your late 30s, early 40s, at heavyweight, it's weird, but for some reason, these guys seem to be at their prime. Mark Hunt is like 45, and the past 5 years of his MMA tenure have probably been his best. Well, next to his K1 days. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this with Alistair Overeem and Alexei Olenek. If Alexei Olenek wins this one, I think he could be mentioned in possibly having a #1 contender fight after this, because he's been winning a lot. The last person he's lost to is who? Who did he lose to last?
Who?
Against Curtis Blades, right?
Blades, yeah.
Curtis Blades, yeah. I mean, a rematch between those two, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, for now, we'll see how he does against Alistair Overeem. Let's see if the Ubereem comes out and maybe knocks him out or does something like that. It's always crazy, though, because with Alistair Overeem, his striking is so crazy, so there's always a chance for him to win. There's always a chance for him to knock somebody out. There's always a chance for him to.
Bro.
Yeah, no, definitely not. His ground game has gotten better, but I mean, Olenek is almost like once he gets you on the ground, he usually gets that choke on you, that Olenek special that he always puts on motherfuckers, and chokes dudes out. That's why they call him the boa constrictor.
You're right. All right, well, we've been talking you guys' ear off for an hour and a half. So
that is true.
We'll wrap it up here.
Word. So yeah, real quick, don't forget to catch UFC Fight Night 149, aka UFC St. Petersburg, aka UFC on ESPN Plus 8, aka some other fucking name they probably give it. But yeah, don't forget to check out that card. And remember,
follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your grandparents, tell your parents, tell your neighbor. Spread the love.
Real quick, one thing we forgot to mention, just a quick mention since we're wrapping stuff up here. Congratulations to Rich Franklin. He's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this International Fight Week this summer. But he's one of the new inductees, or the new inductee for this year's, I think, Pioneer Wing. So shouts to Forrest Griffin. Shouts to Rich Franklin.
Oh,
the ace.
Also, speaking of Forrest Griffin, remember that guy?
Violent Jim Carrey.
The guy that went crazy in the hotel, Russian dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the guy who went against Max Griffin.
Yeah. He also apparently he got into it with Forrest Griffin.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Something happened. He started talking shit to him.
What is up with this guy? This guy's a.
But yeah. So
This guy's a
congrats
jerk.
to Ace. Congrats to, cage fighting Jim Carrey.
Congrats to violent
and,
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that'll be
The Mask. Well, he's never been on steroids, but the Mask.
Muscle Mask.
We're trying too hard to come up with other names.
Yeah,
now.
no, it's just
All right. Well, yeah. Hats off to Shouts out to Rich Franklin for being in the Hall of Fame, and catch the fights next week. Remember, the prelims start at 10 a.m. and the main card starts at 1 a.m. on ESPN Plus, and then ESPN 2, and then ESPN Plus, respectively. And we'll catch you guys next Sunday. Until then, check us out on Instagram. We'll be posting new shit every day. Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play whenever you get the chance to this week.
I'll be here next Sunday, 12 o'clock sharp.
Till next time.
Bye.
We'll see you guys.